Hi everyone, today I have a message coming for you. So today's message is something around unity and something around giving back. So I'm going to be sharing this message here for you. This message is coming through intuitively with everything that has happened. So let me share with you what has been happening. I live in an area near Texas where we've been hit now by Hurricane Beryl. Now, most of our area has been devastated. Every other house has trees down. There's pieces of homes missing. There's just flooding. There's all kinds of things in our area. So this is coming after I have recently lost my own home in a storm prior to this. So it's a lot going on over here, y'all, but I'm going to be sharing with you this message. A lot of you are going through similar things. It may not be the weather. It may not be a natural disaster, but it could be something within your own being. Whether you're experiencing in the physical or within your being, it's all the same, believe it or not. So the physical, when we see hurricanes and things happening in our reality, it's kind of a reflection of what's happening within the collective, within everything. So we're all experiencing this together. We're not alone. We're all together, which is why now I'm sharing these messages as a collective. We're going through all of this together. We're shifting, and you've actually made a massive shift. You've made a massive shift. And most of you have responded on my community tab. I put a poll out there. Have any of you been feeling this shift? 100% of the answers say yes. And why is that? Because we're all going through this. It doesn't matter who you are. Some people, they classify themselves as the chosen ones, as this or that. No, we are all going through this together as a collective. We're not separate. We're together. We're one. So I'm going to be sharing this message for everyone here. The message that's coming through has come and arrived because of this hurricane. So around my community, we're starting to see everybody coming together. As I turn on the news, we're seeing groups of children, like teenagers, even younger children, helping out older people, cleaning up the debris in their yard, putting trees and all that stuff, in piles, helping people rebuild. What's happening? We're seeing unity. We're seeing people coming together as one. My husband and I were just talking about something recently, how he grew up in Michigan. And in Michigan, they would have block parties. So they would literally block off parts of the street, and all the residents in that street would come out and they would play. They'd bring like their bicycles, their balls out. They'd bring, potlucks and food, and they would just have a time together that they would unify and get to know each other. And he talked about how he would get to know his neighbors, and some of them were quite strange and, had unusual things. One of them was like a scientist that had like beehive down in his basement. Another one was like this guy that would dress up like a werewolf. And, then there was like the grandma that lived down the street with the most amazing cookies. And so everyone would come together with their gifts and bring those out. So that's what we're seeing here. What's coming through as well is the story Stone Soup. Now, Stone Soup, if you don't know the story, it's a children's kind of fairy tale story that we teach. And so what happens in Stone Soup is that they don't really have a lot of food. Okay, this person doesn't have a lot of food. So what does he do? He gets a stone and he begins going around his community and saying that he is making a huge pot of stone soup. And so he gets his big old pot and he throws in the stone and he lets everybody know about the stone soup and asks everybody, what can you add to my stone soup? Is there anything that you can add? And kind of just going around and seeing what people can add to this soup. And so before you know it, he's gone around and he's created the most amazing soup with these blended flavors of all kinds of things that people have contributed. So that's exactly what's happening here in our communities around where I live. Some people are coming through and they have a chainsaw. Some people are coming through and they're bringing maybe a glass of lemonade for somebody working. Maybe somebody's singing, bringing their music and playing in the background. Maybe somebody is, mending or, cleaning something. They know how to do that sort of thing. So everybody is coming together and merging their gifts to create something bigger, grander, and kind of move us forward together as a collective. That is what is happening in the physical where I live. Of course, I am channeling a message to you in the intuitive to kind of translate that to your own life. How can you bring your gifts and kind of merge those with the gifts of others and create something wonderful? So this message is really a message about unity. It's not about separation. We think oftentimes in our society now that it's better to be independent, to live up in our apartments by ourselves, handle things by ourselves, and just do it that way. But truthfully, we are one. We are all connected. And actually, when these disasters and things happen, we are to unify. We are to come back together. And although we don't do these block parties anymore so much in our society where everybody comes together, nature itself will summon us to do these things through these hurricanes, through these natural disasters, through these occurrences in our community, sometimes very tragic, that bring people together, because we are truly meant to uplift each other, bring our gifts together, and really nourish each other with our stone soup, with our gifts, whatever we can contribute to that pot. So that's message number one about unity. So if you find yourself today or in the next few days in a situation where you can contribute your gift, it is time to rise up. It is time to contribute that gift. Don't be shy. Whatever that gift is, it is innately yours and it is to be shared with the world. So step up and add your bit of that ingredient to that stone soup. Okay, the second message that is coming through is again a message about restoration. You will be restored, so stay strong. You may see that these things are leaving you, that you're losing things, and that may deplete your energy a bit in wanting to give that gift, in wanting to provide that gift or nourish others with the gift that you do have. But have no fear. Right now, what is happening is a give and take. As you give that gift to others, as you share that gift, as you put that ingredient into the pot that you have, that special ingredient that only you have, what happens? It's a give and take. You give a little bit of your ingredient, but what do you get back in return? You get a whole bowl of all kinds of things in that soup that now you can eat. You're not left with just that one ingredient. You're given back much more, tenfold and more. So give freely, have no fear. You may feel depleted, you may feel worn out, you may feel malnourished even, but right now is a time to at least just give your gift, and in return you will get tenfold, and that's how it works. So that's what we are talking about here. The intuitive message is all coming through around this hurricane to bring this picture to you. Stone soup to bring this picture to you, to now share your gift with others. Have no fear, allow it to be shown, and in you sharing that little bit of that gift, you actually get so much more in return. Okay, so if this message was useful to you, if it was helpful to you, share it with others. Give me a like, comment down below so that more people that need to hear this message will hear this message today. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all.